Hey YouTube, I know this is a little bit different. You're usually used to Netta and her shenanigans and everything. This is her husband. Basically, I'm a little bored and she wanted me to do a filler episode for you guys. So I'm going to make you a little paracord bracelet right quick. I usually don't record anything. I don't have a YouTube video, but she's busy getting stuff together to give you guys some more videos. So I'm just going to show you something that I do to, relax myself. You're going to need some paracord, some fids, easy jig, and everything. Basically, you start off doing like a hitch knot, like a double hitch knot. Yeah, just like that. Mind you, this is not a tutorial. It's just, me just kind of doing my own little thing. And just put that in there like that. I ended up actually flipping the bead back over and having the head facing the other way. Run that cord on through there like that. And kind of do the same thing with the other side. You can find all this stuff basically on Amazon or Walmart or different paracord places when you go online and everything. I find my stuff basically at Michael's or AC Moore, Hobby Lobby, uh, Amazon, eBay. Oh, and of course, a lot of times I get the beads off of AliExpress or even what was it Etsy. And these are handmade beads. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to find them. So you just kind of taking that one right there. You start off with a 4-strand cord, and then you know run that around like that. You do the same thing, opposite direction, through the middle and out through the back. Make sure everything's nice and tight on there. And when you're doing these little bracelets, oh, that's a fit right there. Just kind of screwing it on. You got to kind of solder the ends first with the lighter. But when you're doing these bracelets, just kind of remember it's not the way to do it. It's kind of a way to do it. And it may look easy when I do these things because I've been doing this for probably about 7 or 8 years. My little hobby. And trust me, when I first started, I was horrible at it. I just got kind of better, throughout the years. I collect a lot of knives and everything, so I started off just making lanyards for knives, and then I started to make these bracelets, and then I kind of got addicted to it. And so I do one or two of these maybe every week. I get a new bead and then, go ahead and make a bracelet or a lanyard or something and a weapon. And you got to flip that thing around like that. So you can go ahead and start with the working ends. Add my second color in here. Go ahead and put the fid on there like you did with the other one. It's the snake skin. Run that through that part and then go back and through the other side. try to make sure you get to the middle. There we go. Then this is actually making the knots. This is kind of an intricate weave. It's not my actual design. It's someone else's. I don't know her name. Someone that made up the design. But a lot of people don't put the bead inside the bracelet like I do. So it's, my like kind of touches to someone else's design. 'Cause a lot of people don't do the bead or the shackle or anything. I actually do the bead and the shackle. It's kind of intricate because just to do one knot, it's actually uh, about four different series of knots. Just to do one actual knot. So it takes a little while. You gotta kind of learn it first. You gotta map everything out, and then you go and you make your bracelet. It's relaxing to me, but some people would get probably upset or frustrated trying to make these things because it can be kind of, I guess, daunting to do it. But it's for me, it's fun. And if this is a hobby you want to take on, then I think maybe everybody should give it a try. I'm basically just doing the same thing to the other side. Whatever you do to one side, you do the exact same thing to the other side, just mirrored. And everything got to be as even as possible. And try to make sure you pull everything, nice and tight. It's a little mess right there. And what I'm actually doing is I'm doing the same knot, except from alternating colors back and forth. That's what can make it really confusing, is because you do one knot on one side, then you do the exact same thing on the other side, and then you alternate the colors, you know, uh, in order to give um, that little pattern. It's a lot different than the bracelet I have on my right hand, but on you guys' left side, as you can see. And you see, I'm just kind of alternating back now. I'm going back to the snakeskin cord and doing the exact same thing as I did on the other side. One thing about this that can be very aggravating is if you make one little mistake, you can see it right away. So you got to make sure you take your time and learn the weave before you just start, going in on it. And a lot of times I kind of exaggerate, the weave before I start like really getting confident in it and really pulling it tight and everything. And sometimes that can lead me, if I'm doing a specific design for the first time, it could be a little bit looser or wavy or not as good, at the very beginning, and then it looks real nice at the bottom. But then if I do the same design again, I've done it once, before, so I'm a little bit more confident in it, and I know I'm not going to make a mistake. So I just go ahead and just, yeah, I guess what they say, go ham on it or whatever. So as you can see right here, I kind of done the same design, or the same pattern, you know, uh, both times with the black and the snake skin. Uh, this is about halfway through it. If you're gonna do if you're gonna start paracord, remember when you first start a specific design, it never looks really good. You always gotta kind of get down to about like maybe a uh, a third of the way before you can really see the design start to come through. So don't get discouraged when you first start that design. You gotta work with it for a little while, and if you make a mistake, you gotta go back, or else you'll be able to really see, you know, the mistake. I mean, everybody else may not see it, but you'll see it and you know it's there. So take your time and make sure you do everything exactly uh, the way you need to. And if you're gonna start doing these things, start off, learning all of the basic weaves first, and then kind of go back and or go and learn the more intricate ones or advanced ones, and you know then you can make more stuff. Like I make other things than these bracelets. Sometimes I make little weapons, you know, uh, brass knuckles. Well, not brass knuckles, but I guess they call them knuckle dusters. Wrap. What are those things called now?
Um, you do monkey first.
Yeah, monkey's fists, or wrap the axes, and a lot of different things. I even make animals and stuff, like spiders and um, praying mantises
Ask
and
them
such.
if they want to see more. Let you.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see a little bit more of the things I make, then let me know, and I could make it more of a tutorial than just me sitting here, weaving it. Again, this isn't really a tutorial. This is just kind of a filler episode for her while she gets her some more stuff, some more content for you guys to watch.
I'm working on it now, y'all.
Yeah, she says she's working on it right now.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. As you can see, I kind of get a little bit more confident with it now that I've learned to weave right here. I can go a lot faster, and of course, no copyright. I was listening to some music in my little zone. Got my little Captain Morgan off to the side, just relaxing and getting in. It's a relaxing thing, this hobby. Anybody that want to do a relaxing hobby that you can enjoy, and you can make a lot of different things. Each one of these bracelets, I really enjoy making them because most of the times these are the only bracelets like them. Like, well, this design is there's more designs. There's more. There's other people that have made this design, but this is the only one with this one shackles with a bead in it that I know of. Of course, like I said before, this is not my design. Someone else made the design. I just kind of made it my own. This is kind of at the very end of it. You don't actually uh, finish it the same way. You got every single one. You kind of gonna finish it a different way to make it look decent, not all raggedy at the bottom. Especially when you got it on shackles instead of a buckle. Like I had to kind of off camera figure out how to get it in there correctly to make it look decent and I guess somewhat professional. And then you just kind of go back at the end and you snip it. And you can use a lighter, but I prefer using a torch because it gives you a way more clean look. And then you have control over the flame. And you just take something and just push it down so they won't pop out. What you do to one of them, you do to the other one, of course. Kind of cut it close. And then go ahead and singe it off with your torch lighter. If you first starting off, I mean, you gotta, buy a lot of stuff to make it straight, but you know, that's kind of the end product right there. And at the end, I did something. I put a couple diamond dots with a skull in the middle. I didn't record that though. And this is just the way you put it together so it'll stay on your arm. And that's it. Boom.